Hi guys, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and I'm just coming to you with a very quick project share video. I just wanted to show you a little off-the-page project that I finished as a gift for my husband. Now, if you've seen my previous video, you may have seen the card that I made for him with a bee theme, and very purposely so. So what I did here was that I made a wall hanging for him with the same theme, and I picked a Bible verse for this so that he could put this in his office. And I made this today. I had a lot of fun making it. I was kind of under the pressure because it was for his birthday and I wanted to surprise him with it. And I, of course, did it at the very last minute because I'm one of those people that does a lot of things all at once, and that's just who I am, and I embrace it. And he was surprised, he was very happy with it, and I decided to share it before he places it on the wall. So what I did here was that I incorporated the background piece here is actually burlap on chipboard, and I did pick that up at Tuesday morning, so it came already with that really awesome burlap. Now I do have burlap here just for the background, but that's not part of the project. And what I did was that I picked some papers that I thought would go well with the bee theme. Now I love mixing black and white with yellow. My upstairs living room has that look to it, so I thought this would be perfect for this type of theme. It's neutral enough that it can mix with other decor also. However, what I chose back there is this very masculine paper, and let me bring it closer so you can see. So that background paper there, if you see, it's got some circles in it, and it's kind of like a, I would say, a gray on black, but I did go around the edges with distress ink in two different colors. I used Vintage Photo, and I used, oh goodness, the other color is kind of like a yellow. I forget the name of it, but it's an orange. Well, no, it's not orange. It's an old kind of yellow. I forget the name of it, but anyway. So I did distress those edges, and then I took this piece of vellum that you see here, and I did dry emboss that the same way that I did for the card that I made, which was that honeycomb pattern. That's a Cuttlebug folder. And then this paper here, as you can tell, I cut the edges, and I have these scissors. They look like this, and they're very old. In fact, I bought them, I think, used. Deckle edge scissors, and these came out probably, oh goodness, maybe 20 years ago or something like that. They were the thing to do. Well, I like using them on paper like this if I want to make sure that I have a straight line but that it's distressed looking, versus here what I did was I just ripped it. And then over here what I did was that I took a die from my stash and I cut the corner there. I also used the die to apply that ink, and this is Vintage Photo on top of that paper. And then of course I did my doodling as I like to do. I shaded with that same die. I was able to shade this area there, and then I repeated the same pattern on the bottom. So this is just one long strip of paper there. And then aside from that, I doodled the stitching lines because my sewing machine was not being nice to me. It was not cooperating with me today, so I just drew it on. And then on here I placed some beautiful board from Renee Bouquets. The gears are also from her shop, as well as these corners up here. So these corners are from her shop, and as you can tell, there are bees in there, and she actually has a really gorgeous collection of bee themed items. I just didn't have them on hand. Silly me, I should have ordered them on time so that I could have them for this project, but I had quite a few things going on, and I think my husband will forgive me for it. So here I used a stamp set that I mentioned in a previous video, and I believe this is from, yes, Crafters Consortium, and I don't have it on me. It's somewhere in this room, but I stamped out this honeycomb image twice here, and I did heat emboss that in gold. And then I also stamped all of these little bees that you see. Those are also heat embossed and double layered. So the first layer has a brown color to it, and then the second layer has this black embossing on it because I wanted the texture and the shine, but I didn't want it to be too dark, seeing as this paper back here is more of a dark gray, not black. And of course the Bible verse is what I wanted to stand out here aside from all of this, and I wanted this to grab the eye, so I didn't want too much shine coming from the black elements of the composition, if that makes any sense. And here I just framed this out with a die from my stash, and then I cut out and colored these flowers that you see there. And I also used gems in the centers of some of the gears that you see. These are, the gears are from Renee Bouquets also, but these little gems are from Nuvo, and that's from Tonic Studios, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They're in a bronze color, so if you see there, they lend a little bit of shine and color to your projects, and I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. And they are faceted and not round, which is something, you know, most of our gems that we get in local stores and that sort of thing are round. So it's nice to have that variety of a different shape there. And let's see, what is the last thing that I wanted to mention about this? Oh, this little guy here, I almost forgot about him. This came from Tonic Studios, and it is from the Spring Garden layering die set. So it came with these little, I know there's a name for it and I can't think of it, but it embosses the little heart on the paper, and what I did was that I topped it off with a golden heart that I punched out just using a little paper punch that I have in my stash. And the rest is just doodling. And oh yes, and then these little honeycomb shapes that are in the centers of the flowers, those also came out of the center of the die cut that I shared with you guys before, which cuts like this, if you see that. And that's from that Spring Garden layering die set. So I had done that in the card that I made for my husband, and then I reserved all of those little pieces that had fallen out because I wanted to use them instead of letting them go to waste. And so that's what lent shine to this project here and there. As you can tell, I also had them in this darker brown color, and so I just scattered them in strategic places to draw the eye, and that is it. And the verse is Psalms 33, 4-5, and it says, "For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord." And I thoroughly believe that, and I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.